You know what? Let's turn that around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Hi, guys. Just got out of the parks panel. A solid 2 hours of Disney hype. What's going on? Thought I would join you guys for a little bit to do a little reaction. I've got some thoughts and opinions on what we saw or heard and what we didn't hear, but I would love to hear from you guys as well. If you've been following along on Twitter, you know, people have been live tweeting. I think it got live streamed by somebody. So let's talk about it. I'm not going to give you my full review per se, just some instant reactions. Yes, I know it's off. It's going to stay off today. So yeah, we'll start off with that. No Tomorrowland. I was really hoping for that. I was even a little bit excited when WDW News Today put out a thing saying that they thought that was going to be announced today. But no Tomorrowland. They didn't even. We barely got a whiff of anything at Disneyland. Just Avengers Campus, and even that, the Avengers Campus news was light. Although they did mention the E-Ticket for Phase 2, so that's encouraging. One of the things that I was worried about with Marvel Land was that they were getting cold feet on Phase 2. That, you know, they had Phase 1, and that they were, because of Galaxy's Edge, they were a little bit hesitant on doing anything Phase 2. But it does sound like we're getting a Phase 2, and then we're getting an E-Ticket. Now, what I wasn't exactly crazy about was the fact that it sounds like or looks like it's going to be another simulator. We're going to board a Quinjet and fly to Wakanda, which can be nothing else but a simulator, if you ask me. Am I right? Ow. I'm trying to be comfortable here. Okay. 2020. Okay, so Aaliyah is saying, according to WDW News Today, 25, 26. Okay, so that's something that you could announce today at the expo. So why didn't they? I really thought they would, because here at Disneyland, I think we are starving a little bit for good news. So disappointing. Yeah, they could have announced that. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We saw some new, not footage, but I guess art. That's encouraging. It looks like a fun ride. So there's that. And that's the other thing, is that he talked about, lackluster presentation, hands down. You know what I didn't like? You know what I didn't like about that presentation, about the parks panel today at D23, was the frickin' Target commercial right in the middle of my parks panel. What are you doing, Disney? What are you doing? You should have seen all the looks on the people's faces when he marched out the guy from Target. It was embarrassing. I was embarrassed for Disney. I was embarrassed for Chapek. I was embarrassed that they did that. Why are you putting Target? Why are you putting products at all in the middle of my parks presentation? You want to sell me Target, Disney? You want to sell me Target? You want to sell me a Disney store in Target? Okay. Why are you putting it in my parks panel? You know what I want in my parks panel? Parks. I want Tomorrowland in my parks panel. Oh, that was cringy. As the most cringy thing I think I've seen from Disney in a while. It was terrible. Okay, so no, nothing on Tomorrowland. The Quinjet ride does not thrill me very much. it, I don't know. No, that's it for Marvel. I can't even get over it. Wait, hold on. Avengers E Ticket is a clone of Smuggler's Run. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I thought exactly that. The little bit of concept art that they showed like literally every friggin' Marvel character out in front of you, which can only be achieved through a screen. I mean, I like Smuggler's Run. I do. I like Smuggler's Run, but I don't like. I was hoping for a coaster. They gave me an e-ticket, but I was hoping for a coaster. What can I say? Let's see. Hold on. I got questions. So this D23 was a letdown then? No. I'm having a good time at the D23. And I'm enjoying the panels and I'm enjoying the pavilions. Just the lack of... I'm a Disneyland guy. You know what I mean? Like the Epcot stuff, actually, I mean, I want to go to Epcot now. It sounds like they got some good stuff coming. I'm now some people, I don't know, I don't know if the Epcot diehards, the Epcot stands may or may not agree or like what they're doing to Epcot. And I don't know how they feel about what's happening at Epcot, but me as an outsider, as somebody who's only been to Epcot once, and somebody who likes nature, and somebody who likes dark rides, that kind of thing, that stuff that they're doing down the middle, I forget what the land is that they call it, what's the land down the middle, you guys? The one, I forget what it's called, but that whole, we'll get into that, Ian and I will get into that a little bit later on this afternoon. I got another video coming today. Ian and I will get into that a little bit, but that thing down the middle with the elevated celebration, Dreamer's Point, just looks wonderful. It looks wonderful. So that's the kind of thing that would make me get on a plane and go to Florida. I'll say that. So you tell me, Epcot fans, you tell me, Florida guys out there, East Coasters, what do you think of what they're doing to Epcot? I'd like to hear from you, actually, because I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it, because I don't get to go to Epcot ever. No, nothing on Tomorrowland. Not a single peep. The only peep that came out of Disneyland or Anaheim in general was the Avengers Campus stuff, which was meh. I don't know. I'm not excited. Oh, we got new footage of. Hey, how's it going? Hey guys. We got new footage, a little clip from Rise of the Resistance, and there's a scene where everybody's in your Rise vehicle, and you're in like what looked like maybe kind of an elevator or something like that, and a lightsaber comes through the ceiling, and is trying to, like that scene from Phantom Menace when Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon is putting the lightsaber through the door, that kind of thing. There's a scene like that happening on Rise of the Resistance, and it looks practical, and it looks cool. And if you haven't seen it, there'll probably be some footage out there. I'm going to try to, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get our coverage of, why is my screen going dark? Our coverage of this panel on, onto Fresh Bake Presents, because that's where it's going to go. I was actually thinking about doing like a kind of a pop-up video, honest trailer type review of the panel. I thought that would be funny. Why in the world? Hold on a second, guys. No, not that. My screen's going dark. Am I running out of juice? I don't know. Yeah, oh, that's right. They led off with the new parade, but we all kind of knew that was happening. Magic happens. The parade looks cool, I guess. The music actually is being written by Todrick Hall, which was great. The music sounds good. The song sounds good. Yeah, it looks like it's my screen looking at you guys. I can't hardly see what's happening. You know what? I'm going to do this. turn this around for a second, show you guys the expo floor while I try to figure out, or not the floor, but no, the screen darkened while I was watching. Hey, look, guys, there's Tom Corliss right there. He's doing a live reaction to what didn't get announced. What is he saying right now? Is anybody watching that? I don't know if he's doing. WDW News today. I think he tried to live stream. Okay, so what else? Oh, is that what it is? The phone's getting too hot? Oh, it is hot. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. What else? Man, everything is on fire out here. Yeah, I don't understand the hype over name reveals. I honestly could care less what they call basically anything. The name doesn't really, it doesn't matter to me much. Should I go inside? I wonder if it's going to be any better inside. I'm going to try to take this inside. I thought it would be better out here because of the Wi-Fi, because of the bandwidth, but it's so hot. Everything is on fire. Bear with me, folks. Oh, shit. Nope, I got it. But thank you. Good, thanks. I forgot it was open. Okay. Very nice people trying to help me out. That was kind of them. Okay, let's go inside. Yeah, those were the lens caps. But look, luckily I didn't have to, the phone was fine. Okay. Well, you would swear too if you dropped the entire contents of your backpack on the floor. Okay, let's see if we can find, oh yeah, it's much cooler in here. Okay. Look at that Ursula. My goodness. All the princesses. Ursula's getting ready to pounce on all of them. Okay, guess I'll just pull over right here. Okay, thoughts on Avengers Quinjet ride. Okay, my thoughts are meh. I mean, I'm glad that they're the one thing I take from that is that I'm glad that they are. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, can I
How
get
are
a
you?
picture?
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, finally. Bring it.
All right. I think you got to go selfie. Yep.
Oh, okay. Thanks,
right.
David.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
I'll walk you all.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Okay. Hey, how are you? Hi, guys. Hi. Good. Okay, guys, hold on. This is going to be hard to do a live stream in the building, especially if I'm standing still. Okay, so somebody asked on Avengers, on the Quinjet ride. Okay, I'm meh on the actual ride itself, but I'm glad that they are committing to a phase 2 and that we've got some kind of information on a phase 2. That means that they've got at least, hey guys, how are you? What's up, guys? Well, everybody's here. But they've got some sort of confidence in whatever it is that they're doing. Dude, the bandwidth this is a difficult thing to navigate because obviously the Wi-Fi is better out here than it is inside, but then everything heats up. I'm gonna see if I can get some shade here, maybe. Okay. If I can find a cool spot to sit, we can finish this. Damn, this dial-up modem. Yeah, no kidding, right? Okay. Where were we? Yeah, this feels like a pretty chill spot. No, it was not the actual lens. The camera's fine. It was just the lens cap that was laying loose inside the bag. All right, any opinion on Jungle Cruise ride update? You mean, do I think they should do one? I don't know. I think the Jungle Cruise is fine, just like it is, but we may get one still. Midway Mania, or I'm sorry, what was that? Mickey's Runaway Railway. They kind of just, they gave us a couple new pieces of concept art or, updates, but they didn't really say much in terms of, describing the scene very much. The new parade, Magic Happens. Again, we got the music, which sounds great. I do like the song much better than I liked the song for Soundsational. The Magic Happens song is actually, for me, a little reminiscent of Paint the Night. It gives me that kind of uplifting feeling where Soundsational didn't. Quinjet Ride is definitely a simulator and is probably a virtual clone of Smuggler's Run. That's my guess. And which is interesting. That is interesting, actually, because Smuggler's Run, I mean, I guess it's a success. Hold on. I don't know. I guess that means they feel good about Smuggler's Run. It seems like it's not as popular as they had hoped it would be, but if they're going to go ahead and do, a duplicate of that for the Quinjet ride, that's curious. No, it will not be more akin to, no, you're going to be riding in a Quinjet, which means you're inside of a ship. You're inside of a ship like the Millennium Falcon. You're not boarding anything. You're not mounting any kind of vehicle per se. You're going to be inside a ship, a Quinjet. Now, I mean, it sure sounds like to me like a Smuggler's Run scenario. Does this mean huge Disneyland announcements in 2 years? Well, I don't know. We didn't get hardly anything last time. We didn't get hardly anything this time. Disneyland could be done. You know what I mean? Like, they could just be done with Disneyland. We may not get anything. A lot of this, things that we've been talking about or hearing about so far have just been rumors and blue sky and wishful thinking. And it's possible that Disney has no designs, they have no interest, in doing anything further at Disneyland. Hi. Yeah, that's the news, is what we didn't get. So it may be time to think, in spite of what WDW News Today is reporting, because they're talking about that remodel of Tomorrowland, if there is a remodel for Tomorrowland destined for 25, 26, that's something they could have announced today. They could have. They could have given us, even if it's just concept art, they could have said something today. And by the way, the number that Corliss put out of 600 million, am I hot again? No. It seems kind of light. Galaxy's Edge cost $1 billion to build. And I would think a remodel, to the extent that we had been hearing about, was in that neighborhood of cost, I think. 600 million, a single ride would cost half that. Tron, I don't know, does anybody know how much the Tron, she did look a little tired, yes. Does anybody know how much the Tron ride costs? I'm thinking 300 million, I think. I don't remember, I don't know this for sure. This is just something I may have heard or something. But I don't think 600 million is enough to do a major overhaul of Tomorrowland. 600 million sounds more like a reskin than a remodel. Right, I think it's 300 million, right, for the Tron ride. So if you're that means we're not getting, if the 600 million number is correct, the plan is not to add, you might get one new ride, you might get Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up? You might get. I'm getting photo bombed or my live stream bombed. Anyway, it means you might get one right, but nothing to the extent like we were hearing of a total demo of Tomorrowland. If you're going to total demo Tomorrowland, that means you have to build it from the ground up. It's actually more expensive to demo and then rebuild than it is to just build, because obviously it costs money to destroy. Why would they let Corliss at D23 after his sad reporting? Well, this is an open convention. Hey, listen, for whatever you want to say about WDW News today, I mean, we don't know anything. All right, I'm just gonna say that. I don't necessarily poo-poo every single thing that he says, and he may be, he may have an awkward personality or whatever, but I mean, he does have Disney's interests at heart, I think, anyway. So I'll say that. Where was I? Yeah, so it doesn't sound like we're getting the extensive demo that we thought. And it could be that's a good thing for people like me who love Autopia and the lagoon and all that stuff. So there's that. Yeah, you know what? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. By the way, he's not. It doesn't serve him to make stuff up. It serves him to report what he's heard. So I don't know. Okay, yeah. So people keep posting this. Tomorrowland, a multi-year, $600 million reimagining. Right. That sounds like a reskin to me. It does not sound like maybe one new ride, maybe, and that's it. $600 million is not a lot, considering in that same report, he quoted Hollywoodland of getting $800 million. Now that is a lot because Hollywoodland is not. It's like a third of the size of Tomorrowland. It's not nearly as big as. How's it going? Hollywoodland is like a third of the size of Tomorrowland, but they're going to put in more money. That's a total demo and a rebuild, if he's right about that. Mary Poppins. Good for you, Disney. Good for you for making a Mary Poppins ride. It gives me hope that they're not just trying to sell the new stuff. The old stuff has value also. Mickey has value as an attraction. Mary Poppins has value as an attraction. Vintage, classic Disney stuff has value. It doesn't have to be whatever's new. It doesn't have to be Guardians of the Galaxy or anything like. It doesn't have to be the newest thing. Well, the problem with a reskin, Hammer, is that it doesn't really do much in terms of. I'm not a fan of reskins. Let's just say that. Target. I was so confused. I was so confused with that Target stuff. It was just the amount of WTF looks on people's faces when that happened. It's embarrassing that Disney is. I'm not embarrassed for them about the, joining with Target. I'm not embarrassed about them putting little mini stores inside the Target store. I'm not embarrassed about that. I'm just embarrassed that they put that in this panel. By the way, somebody just asked about Figment. I have seen now 2 references in the promo reels and in the discussions in the panel live and in the promo reels that they showed. Dreamfinder and Figment showed up at least twice that I can remember, which tells me that he's not leaving. That's just my own personal sort of guess on that, is that if they're going to put him in the promotional reels, then that probably means they're trying to promote him. And if they're going to promote him, then they're going to keep him. Cirque du Soleil show. I don't know. I don't do that kind of stuff. But it is Disney Springs, not in the proper park. Which means it's going to be a separate ticket, obviously, not part of Disneyland. Better Target instead of Walmart, I guess. I mean, I don't want either. Hey, how's it going? I'm not trying to do either, I guess. All right. Yeah. What about? Is there more? I didn't get to see many reactions to the Epcot news that we got. What if you guys are in favor? I want to hear from the real diehard Epcot folks too, not because I've only been the one time, so I don't know. I mean, it sounded good to me. I'll say that it sounded good to me. No, nothing much for Disneyland at all. Which part of the Epcot? Well, the 4 neighborhood things. The I forgot them again already. Nature Pavilion, the nature neighborhood sounds great. The one down the middle, I forgot again. Sounds great to me. That elevated garden or whatever thing they're doing. I want to be there. I want to be in that thing right now. I like the idea of the journey of water. Sounds great. I love that. I like the idea that they're going more lo-fi with some of this stuff. The Mary Poppins ride, I don't know what it is, but it can't be that big a deal, right? So I mean, I love dark rides, and I love just, hey, how are you? Hi. I would like to see more. I would like to see more of smaller rides, not big rides, smaller rides. And on that note, we'll be having a conversation about all this stuff. Also, Ian and I, we walked through the Imagineering Pavilion yesterday, and that video of us talking about that, I got 30 minutes of Ian and I talking and going through the Imagineering Pavilion in the expo, coming up later this afternoon, at a couple hours, I think, at like 3 o'clock. Yeah, in a couple hours, so stay tuned for that. So we've got a lot of stuff coming from D23, including this live stream. All right, what else you guys got for me? Okay. Do they have room for a Mary Poppins dark ride in the UK Pavilion? Yeah, I guess so. They must, because they're putting one in there. Anything about Disneyland Anaheim? No, except for the only thing they talked about was we got a few new clips of the Rise of the Resistance. There's a scene with the lightsaber coming through the ceiling, which looks really cool. Kylo, Chewie, and Rey are going to be in the ride, so that sounds good. I like that. Where's the new Disneyland Tomorrowland? Nowhere. The new Disneyland Tomorrowland is the old Disneyland Tomorrowland. What about Figment? I have no idea. So the Guardians coaster, I'd heard this rumor a while back, and they confirmed today it's going to be a backwards launch. They're going to launch you backwards, which is interesting. I enjoy that, and I'm looking forward to checking that out one day. Did I hurt or bump my right eye? No, I don't think so. It's probably just the shadows or something. No, I'm in good shape. I'm fine. What else before we wrap up? How about the other parks? They did talk about, let's see, the Hong Kong Castle. What else? He just touched on stuff we already knew about. Some of the expansions, like the Frozen. They're getting two Frozen rides, including one for the Wandering Oaken roller coaster. It looks like the kind of scale that you would see or have seen at the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train ride in Florida. That kind of size, that kind of scale. A Wandering Oaken Frozen ride. Interesting. I'm good with that. Something new about Paris besides the new lands? Well, they talked a little bit about the Avengers campus, but that's it. But they only hinted at the expansion that's going on behind that. Did you see the Rise of Sky? No, I didn't get to see that. That's only been shown. They haven't published that yet, right? I've heard about it. Ian told me that Rey and C-3PO turn heel apparently in the trailer, which is interesting. Will we ever get a Fantasyland expansion? Well, maybe. They've talked about it, but I think Disney's scared right now. I think Disney's scared to spend a bunch of money. We asked Disney to build us a new thing. We asked Disney to stop reskinning stuff and build something original. We asked them to stop remaking stuff, and they gave us something very original with Galaxy's Edge. It's an original land. It's got original content. Lots of originality to it. And then they built it, and then we all yelled at them about it. So you know, like I mentioned in the video this morning, Trowbridge even went so far as to say in the panel that I saw him at that it seems like he's doubting the decision they made to do, you know, some of the stuff they did at Galaxy's Edge. So I think that they're nervous about putting in another $1 billion into an expansion that will probably, you know, maybe we won't like it. Hey, how are you?
Thanks for all you do.
You bet. Thank you for watching. You bet. So I mean, yeah, they have to. I think they want to put some distance between these new expansion announcements and Galaxy's Edge to find out if, you know, after Rise of the Resistance maybe, because they're working on it. I think they have plans. They have an idea of what they're doing. I think there is a plan for Tomorrowland, and there is a plan for Fantasyland. There is a plan for Hollywoodland, and there is a plan for Toontown. There are plans for all these places, but they're hesitant to announce them and to commit to them without, I think, a better understanding of how we're reacting to Galaxy's Edge. And that means both here at Disneyland and at Walt Disney World. And it's going to depend really on Rise of the Resistance, on how we react to Rise of the Resistance. And it is getting, I think, oh yeah, we've been here for a bit. Hold on, guys. All right. I think that's all I've got for the moment. Like I said, we're going to do a more complete review. I'm going to upload the entire panel with some edits of the Parks panel onto Fresh Baked Presents. I'm going to probably do a review, a more thorough review of all the things that were discussed in that panel on Fresh Baked Presents. And then I think Ian and I might also talk about it just now. I'm going to go find him on stage. He's trying to get a book signed by Mark Davis. So that's why he's not out here on the live stream, because he wanted to get in line for that. That's one of the things that he had to make sure he got done before he left here today. So stay tuned for more, obviously, from Fresh Baked, and we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Fresh Baked and stuff. Bye, guys.